Tim Anderson. Jesus Christ, my dude. That was. I even tried because when I first saw the video, it wasn't the slow-mo side angle. It was kind of like the angle like in front of TA, but behind Jose Ramirez. And I was like, I didn't want to. I tried to give him the out that he tripped. And then when you see the side slow-mo angle, it's like, oh no, he got knocked the fuck out. Like he didn't trip on anything. That was not a situation where he knew where he was at the time of contact.
No, that's the definition of getting melted. You got melted.
Yeah.
And people want to talk like, oh, Jose Ramirez was just throwing punches, what did you want him to do? He's got a fucking guy hanging on him. Like, you know what I mean? It's a fracas, and he let it fly and one absolutely connected sweet spot. Like I said, there's no way Jose Ramirez should have been punished. When you increase your hard hit rate while on defense, you should be rewarded for that. There should be rewards coming your way. Like, you should be celebrated for that. And I know a lot of people are like, bro, we don't need this in the game. Stop it. Stop. Like, there's another sport being played to this day that they do this.
That night, the Jake Paul fight was that night.
Well, I'm not talking about the Jake Paul fight. I'm talking about hockey, where they'll just walk away. This is like just like the umpire. Who was it? Malachi?
The umpire was like, oh.
Yeah, Malachi was like, yeah, no, okay. Because Tim Anderson, you could see Tim Anderson kind of like push him off, drop the glove, and then square up, like, no, we're doing this. And umpire was like, you're right, you are, and I'm gonna be over here for it. So have at that. You do that, and they did, and they absolutely did that. But I mean, I'm serious. Like, Tim Anderson,
needs to be more of it.
Yeah, he's gonna have to, maybe an ice pack. He's gonna have to sit the rest of that one out for obvious reasons. But then Jose Ramirez, why can't he finish the ball game?
I think where we run into the problems is that in hockey they're doing it on skates, so you really can't get too much lower half into it. Like, when you start getting dudes digging in with spikes and you're fighting each other, and you can make the decision. If you're hot enough, I'll be like, I can step on your fucking throat with spikes on. Like, that's an option.
You could do that with skates too.
Yeah, Jared, those are blades on the feet. Like, I mean, there's been rare instances where dudes have been like, you can
get more behind. You can get more behind a punch with spikes on than you can with skates on.
Jared, have you ever seen you know what a slap shot is? I mean, these guys are using their lower half. You see the fucking lower half on some of those hockey players? They look like centaurs.
They're like turning their bodies to then use their like push off foot, like with the blade. It's like sticking into the ground. Like, if you're like,
I mean, one could argue there's a larger point of contact on the ground than baseball if we're coming up out of our back heel and we're rotating on our toe. Where, as opposed to a hockey player who's digging in an entire blade length into the ice, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm not saying that it is true. I'm just saying there's leverage.
But in hockey fights, they square up. Like, they're not using.
But that's what happened with Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez. Tim Anderson and Joe Ram were fucking dancing, bud.
Yeah, I would love to see more of it. But I also like baseball players. They just don't get that mad. Like, that's just not like a part of the game. Like, you
that's like Jose Ramirez. And just for context on everything that happened, there was a slide from their the second baseman, the rookie for Cleveland, and Tim Anderson. He hit a double, and Tim Anderson caught the ball, and after what's his name, Ricochet, slid into second base. Tim Anderson like knocked his hand off the bag. Like, he was clearly on the bag, holding the bag. And then Tim Anderson came in and tagged him, knocked his hand off the bag, and they replayed it, and they called him out, right? So the Guardians are already like, bro, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, you can't, like, that's some shady shit. It sucks that the umpires weren't able to acknowledge it and see it for what it was, because even Tito, arguing with the umpire at the game about the call made in New York, was like, well, can you go ask him? Can you go talk to him? And the umpire was like, I'm not going to go talk to him. And you can read Tito's lips. Well, I'm going to go talk to him. And the umpire's like, no, you're not. And Tito goes, oh, yes, I am. And the guy fucking runs Tito, and Tito fucking runs him, and then just starts walking right out to Malachi Moore to talk to him, to ask him, presumably, like, bro, did you not see, or not Malachi Moore, excuse me, whoever the umpire was during the replay call, to ask him, like, did you not see what happened? Like, what the fuck? So there was already an issue being taken with it. And Jose Ramirez had already talked to, as he said, to Tim Anderson about like the tags, right? Like hard tags on the face, stuff like that. So there's some background to this. There's some history to this. And well, it boiled over.
It sure did. Oh man, it sure did. I don't know. I feel bad for Tim Anderson because this man had a full-blown breakdown on Twitter last night. Did you see this?
No,
I
so
don't know if it was a breakdown.
Dude,
It was just a motherfucker tweeted like 13 times in 40 minutes.
You know what? And you know what happened? And I know why it makes it look like a background because that was one tweet. He just sent them in smaller tweets. I saw someone put it together. If you put them together, it's like a long tweet. That
is literally a breakdown.
Yeah.
No, it's aesthetics. It's like, this is what I'm,
If you can't compose your thoughts into one tweet and they need to be sent in 13 tweets, then that's like, it's kind of like when you get into a fight and then you think about the fight afterwards in the shower. You're like, well, I should have said this. And I also should have said that. And if she came back at me with this, and I was going to say that, like, that's what basically he was doing. Like he sent out one tweet and then he was like, you know what? I got to say this too. And then he sees the replies and he's like, well, now I gotta say this. Like that's basically how he went about.
It's like someone's ordering your food for you, and you're trying to remind them, like, no lettuce and no tomato, and no mayonnaise too.
Yeah,
but remember ketchup and mustard.
But make it on the side though, and don't make the ketchup and mustard touch. Do not let them touch.
It's like holy shit. I know. I did. So explain this to me because I didn't see this. I didn't see.
It was basically just TA basically doing 13 tweets that equaled. I should have said the jerk store called and they're running out of you. Like that's kind of the vibe here. Like it's just this like George Costanza. Like it was
George
Costanza. All right. I don't know if he deleted any tweets, but this is what's left. You know all this happening for a reason. One tweet. We staying focused with this shit. Send tweet. Been going through this shit for a minute. Send tweet. Keep kicking on me while I'm down. Send tweet. A lot of motherfuckers been switching up too. Hashtag fake shit. Send tweet. Y'all got me fucked up for real. Send tweet. Hope you picking up what I'm putting down too. Send tweet. The picture bigger. ... Send tweet. I want to say that there were more. Mm-hmm. I want to say he deleted some of those. Not that they were bad or anything. Mm-hmm. But I think
he had one that was like, he got me, Jose got me.
Yeah. So there were
not worried about it.
Yeah, there were deleted tweets then,
but we're going to get him back.
Yeah. Something like we'll see them, like, they'll hear from us or something like that.
See, like, okay. And that's where, man, see, like that's brutal because if you're squaring up, because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but was it not Tim Anderson who squared up? Was it not Tim Anderson who dropped the glove and squared up? So if you're the initiator or the instigator, however you want to frame that, however you want to phrase it, if you're the one who started it, you bowed up. You're the one who bowed up. And from there, the chips are going to fall where they may. And I just don't, what are you carrying on about after the fact?
Yeah, this
like it is what it is.
Tweets because there was one.
That's how it happens in hockey, right? You get melted and you skate off the ice. You go sit in the naughty box, and then you're back out next turn, next shift.
This was a deleted tweet. Been going through this shit for a minute. Send tweet. That was deleted. We ain't never tripping. This shit bigger. We gon' catch up with them later. That was deleted. Who the fuck gave losers opinions? That was deleted. So that's like at least 3 tweets that were not there when we just looked.
He also deleted some old random tweets where he was talking about, I'm going to go to sleep, in 2012. He tweeted, I'm going to go to sleep. People started retweeting it. That got deleted.
Yeah. Or there was one about, like, you can't knock me down or something like that. He deleted that. Yeah.
That should, see, I hate that. Like, honestly, I hate that. What sucks is that he would go through, or either one of these guys, him or Jose Ramirez, would go through something like that and then feel like they immediately have to go back to social media and scour shit and like, I feel that just sucks. That's tough. I don't like that aspect of trying for these players trying to engage or whatever, but you're going to wear it.
He wore it.
He did wear it.
He wore it. And that's why I think, like, for me, when I see the tweets, people are like, he's having a fucking breakdown. This guy's I'm like, yeah, no shit, dude. He just got knocked out on TV when he kind of started it and is having like such a bad year, was already getting a lot of shit before this. Yeah. Like, for that to happen, that's a lot of mental, that's toll,
That's what I mean.
So
nobody having like
personal issues too.
Yeah, there was some of that last year.
Yeah, there was some off the field stuff that was going on with TA. So yeah, it sounds
That's
like
why
a
I said
man
just
that
life.
Is,
life has just been
lost.
Life has just been rough, man. Life has just been rough. This was one of the last things you needed. Baseball hasn't been great. I mean, he just hit his first homer, so you feel like maybe headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Ram for winning the fight, though. Let's not
he
forget
did win the
fight. now his agents posted pictures of him wearing fucking boxing gloves on the field.
He really did come out looking like, I mean, Joe Ram he just took a big step up in his career. Like, this is going to help him a lot in terms of notoriety and like just the legendary status.
Yeah, do the Hamilton call.
Yes. Oh my God.
And Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
Just
that's like top 5 moment of the season.
Hambo. All-time call.
He was ready for that moment, dude.
He was. God.
Yeah,
he was. It was like he knew it was coming.
This is the best part.
What'd you think of Jose's left hook?
Right hook.
Right hook. Right.
It's not funny, but when I came in, I'm listening to Hammy. It's hard not to chuckle. I mean, again, it's not funny, but
hey,
but it is.
You have to see this interview.
Boys will be boys.
You have to see Tito's face, because the lip smacking goes along along with the lip smacking is like a facial. He's like, well.
First, now Hosey and Anderson square off. They're fighting. They're swinging. Down goes Anderson. Down goes Anderson.
Oh my God, that is. Oh, that's going to the hall. That's going to the hall with Hammy. Absolutely.
Yo, that is absolutely brutal. That I went back and looked, and I don't think MLB put it out on social media, which has been, fights has been that's been the policy for a long time. But that's like the first fight that I can recall where it's like, yo, you put that out with the audio call. That's like going, that's going big.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the definition of viral.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, that's so stupid that the league won't put out fights, but you'll have regional broadcasts that can put them out. Who cares?
The short answer:
pitting two union members against each other.
Yeah, the short answer is that it's undoubtedly going to ruffle someone's feathers in some corner of baseball, and so it's just easier not to put them out and look like you're endorsing fighting or somebody getting their ass kicked or whatever.
I mean, you could understand how Tim Anderson would feel like MLB's taking the side of Jose Ramirez if they posted that, right? Like, I mean, I feel like that's pretty
specific
obvious.
to that example. Yeah. And Tim Anderson is a person that has been identified, at least prior to this year, as somebody that the league was like focused on promoting too. So you come to Tim Anderson the next time you want to do some promotional thing, and he's like, yo, fuck you. Basically, you made me look like an asshole putting that clip out on, for everybody to see from the official league account. I'm not doing anything anymore.
I guess, but you got to just look at yourself and be like, yeah, I started that fight. Like, that's kind of on me.
That's fine.
Like,
that's the sort of humility you'd love to see from everybody, but rarely do you get it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't sound like Tim Anderson is in a mental space where he would be like thinking rationally like that at all.
No.
No, I mean, he's got a concussion. Do you see him walk off the field? Like,
Yeah, he was wobbling coming off.
Stunned.
Oh, so I had a question about that. What do you guys think? Is that him? Is that him like trying to gather himself? Is that him trying to get his footing, or is that him trying to like get back in the mix and he's being held back?
No.
What is that?
No, that's him trying to figure out how to make his legs work again. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you saw it, but if you watch the whole clip live and like the game footage, they carry him into the dugout, but then they start squabbling again, the managers, and he came running back out, going for round 2, and they had to get him back in there again.
I got a question. Who here's been punched in the face like that?
Dallas probably.
I have.
I never have. Probably
Not
deserve
me.
it.
Yeah, been
Never
hit.
have.
You never been hit in the face like that?
I have never been. Nobody has ever landed a clean punch on me, and I have never landed a clean punch on somebody else.
Oh, Mr. fucking elusive over here.
Well, elusive is one way. Elusive from the beginning, not necessarily during the fight. Yeah.
I've definitely been hit in the face, but not in the jaw.
Yeah, I've been hit in the face. I've never been. I've never been.
No, I'm saying like
knocked out
I'm
like
saying
that.
like
No,
like that's what I'm talking about.
I've
I'm not
never,
saying you've gotten. Like,
I've never been
everybody's
punched and then like woke up on the ground.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.